all about trilogies, and we get one on Sunday. It might be the biggest game of the season in the NFC. Cowboys, Niners, it's the trilogy.
Two good coaches, quarterbacks. Dak Prescott, or is it Brock Purdy? Defense Player of the Year. Ooh. Is it Micah Parsons? Or is it Bosa?
Ooh. I can't wait for this game. Yes. Ooh, I can't wait for this game. I can't wait for this game.
As for a mindset for the Dallas Cowboys, this the one. This the one that was circled for Coach Mike. This the one that was circled for Dak Prescott.
You want to take a little bet? Because you hype on the Cowboys.
100%.
You do?
Dinner.
My choice?
Yep.
Can I bring the homies? Can I bring it?
Absolutely. 5 people, whatever restaurant, same for me. It's a bet.
Hey, you
make sure you sign it next to me, too, so we know.
Will.
The show going to be good on Monday, too, after this one.
Hold up, Mariah coming?
Family, we are in second and short. Sports television is about games like the one we're about to talk about, Cowboys, Niners. That's literally why we do daily sports TV. So we want to break down the matchup that the world will be watching and tell y'all who has the edge. We're going to talk head coach, defense, offense, and the X factor. Here are the intricate details of who will win this game. Let's start with the offense. James Jones, who has the edge? Is it Cowboys? Is it Niners when you think offensively?
You're going to start off with this. Well, we know how I feel about the quarterback and Dak Prescott, but when I'm talking offense, we talking all the pieces, right? So that means we talking Brandon Ayuk. That means we talking Brock Purdy. That means we talking Hughes Check. That means we talking Kittle. That means we talking Debo. I'm going with the Niners offense in this one right here. I just think they have more weapons. I like their offense.
Smart man, bang, bang. I'm right there with you. When you're talking offense, I believe that Kittle is really one of the biggest mismatches on the game because the Cowboys linebackers can't guard that man. I like what CeeDee Lamb can do. If CeeDee Lamb can get busy, the Cowboys will get busy. But totality, offensively, gotta go Niners. Let's talk defense. Both of these defenses are top 2 in the National Football League. When you talk about their takeaway to giveaway ratio, phenomenal. Both of them. Who you like?
Yeah, there is no wrong answer right here. You're talking about 2 of the best defenses in the National Football League. But if I had to pick one, which I do, I got to go with the Dallas Cowboys and Micah Parsons. You're talking about 10 takeaways. And not just takeaways, they are scoring on the defensive side of the ball. Whenever you can score on the defensive side of the ball, obviously you make it that much easier on your offense, and it equals wins. I'm taking this pass rush duo with Lawrence, Micah Parsons. This defense, 10 takeaways in 4 weeks. That's big time. I'm going Cowboys defense.
It breaks my heart.
I know it does. To
have to agree with you. Cowboys got the better defense right now. And again, I love the 49ers. Y'all know this. But when I look at the tape, I literally woke up this morning, 5:38 a.m., and I rewatched the Cardinals-Niners game from last night, and I just had too many head-scratching moments. Too many head-scratching moments. We'll talk about the hidden quarter in football a little bit later. But for that reason, Cowboys, they got the edge.
So you like them 2 linebackers over Fred?
Calm down. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Right now.
I'm just asking.
Head coach, Kyle Shanahan, Mike McCarthy. You won a Super Bowl with McCarthy. You might be biased or you might just be honest. Who has the edge head coaching-wise?
What I win with Coach Mike?
Super Bowl, sir.
Say that again?
Super Bowl.
Okay, I mean, I sit next to Joy up here for the last couple months, so, you know, Super Bowls talk. You know what I mean? I don't care about what you done did and all that and how good your teams may be. Super Bowls talk. Mike has did it at the highest level and accomplished a Super Bowl championship. Their coach has not. Kyle Shanahan has not. I'm riding with Coach Mike in this one right here in the Dallas Cowboys. He put a ring on my finger. Well, I put a ring on his. But we did it together. I'm taking Coach Mike.
I like where your thought process is. I got to go with Shanahan. I went back and I looked at the last 2 games they played against each other. Remember, Mike McCarthy either called the wrong play in 2021 where Dak Prescott slides, doesn't have enough time left to spike it, or during practice, they didn't practice it well enough.
Now, was that Mike or Kellen Moore, though?
That's a great question. But either way, everything flows from the top.
Okay.
So the fact that Dak Prescott didn't know how to execute it, problem Dak. Then I'm thinking last year when they played each other, there were a couple pivotal decisions that they both had to make. Kyle Shanahan said to himself, I'm not going to go for it at like the 48-yard line. I'm just going to punt it. That led to an exchange of field position. Niners win. When they see each other, I like me some Kyle Shanahan.
I like it.
But the game comes down to X factors, America. Like, the game comes down to who is going to be special.
That's the
Offense is cute.
That's the one.
Defense is great. Head coach is great. But like you said, this the one.
That's the one.
This the one. Who's your X factor?
You know, I was a third receiver, you know, a lot of my career with Jordy Nelson, Donald Driver. And they always used to say, ooh, if JJ get off, it's going to be a tough day to stop that offense. He the X factor. My X factor is Brandon Cooks. You brought Brandon Cooks over here, the guy that's been everywhere, but everywhere he goes, it's 1,000, it's 1,000, it's 1,000, it's 1,000. It's time to get him going. And he is the guy that can take these nickel and dimes that Dak is throwing. Now you take shot plays to Brandon Cooks. You are not finna nickel and dime the Niners defense and score consistently. You have to take some shots. I'm going with Brandon Cooks.
Last year, the best player on the field in the game was a man by the name of Fred Warner.
Oh, you knew he was going to get him in there?
He got to be the X factor for me.
Okay.
He got the interception that led to points.
Yeah.
He ran down the middle of the field with the Cowboys star wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb, that kept the Cowboys from getting points.
Yeah.
When you talk about X factor, I'm thinking who's going to be the one that we're going to talk about first on Monday outside of quarterback.
No doubt.
We know we'll talk about Dak. We know we'll talk about Brock. But who's going to make the difference in the game? It's got to be
Quarterback
Fred.
on the defense.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Heading back to the desk to ask you all, Shady, who has the edge? Cowboys or Niners? Who you giving the edge
He just
to?
smiled at me, so I know what he's talking.
What's the question again? Because he said something.
What did he say something? I saw you looked up when he mentioned Brandon Cooks as the X factor.
I like Brandon Cooks, right?
Yeah.
I thought when they brought Brandon Cooks to the Cowboys that he's going to be a big player.
Yeah.
Like down the field, taking shots, CeeDee Lamb doing things in the slot, et cetera, et cetera. You want to take a shot, you throw Brandon Cooks out there.
Yeah.
But he watched the Cowboys offense like I watch it, and they don't take shots. They don't take shots. For him to say that on there, I was a little confused, but it's cool.
Well, I'm coachable. I heard you say that. I'm coachable. Have they been winning?
Hey.
But what else did I say? They can't nickel and dime this
Bro,
Niners.
I don't want no beef with your brother.
No.
Who's got the edge, Cowboys or Niners?
I'm going with the Niners. I think one thing about football is it's all about confidence. That's what makes players and teams different. And one thing the Niners have, they have confidence.
Yeah.
Listen, man, last time we played face-to-face, you line up against me and I line up against you, we beat you.
Yep.
Okay, the last time before that, when we lined up, I beat you. That's confidence. You look at a guy like Brock Purdy who's playing so well. You talk about all the other, players, the Chris McCaffreys, the Ayuks, the Samuels, the Kittles. You have all them, right? But the one piece that's really rolling is Brock Purdy. And the last time y'all seen him, he was a baby and he beat y'all. Now you're going to see him, it's like, oh, man, he's grown up. You ever see like a little puppy, right? And then you go back like 2-3 months, like, dang, he got big. That's Brock Purdy.
Talk about it.
So I think that they have the edge. I think they'll win this game.
I'm also going with the Niners with the edge, who is also the team that I'm picking to win this game. And if I'm going down the list of, who has the edge, I would go with the Niners offense. I would go with the Cowboys defense. And I think the X factor is Christian McCaffrey.
Okay. How about Coach?
Special.
Okay,
Come on now, Jordan. Come on.
She did avoid Coach.
She did.
Like we weren't going to notice.
Do that.
Like we weren't going to notice.
I need to know.
Let me explain,
I need
Coach.
to know.
Because I know there's a reason why you asked me this, James. Because you know how I feel about Super Bowl.
Know this, yeah.
You know how I feel about Super Bowl.
That's I'm
Mike McCarthy is the more accomplished. He is the more accomplished.
Oh no.
All right, he is the more accomplished. But I
with
think-
the Super Bowl.
With the Super Bowl, yes,
Okay.
of course. I think he there's no question he's the more accomplished coach. He won a Super Bowl. Shanahan hasn't. There's not even a question.
So
You can't
that's
take
a wrap
credit
there.
to
It's the best.
butt coming in
No.
There's a butt coming in this big.
It's a book coming.
Big butt.
Not a butt, it's a book.
Big, like, we
not a
turning
big butt.
heads. It's a big.
It's like a little perky butt.
A little perky butt.
Little booty butt. But I'm gonna go with Shanahan right now. Just right
the
now.
Super Bowl don't mean that much. The Super Bowl just
it
mean
does,
little.
It does. It means a lot. It's splitting hairs. It's like right here, It's like, do she need a BBL? We don't know. But it's like right there, okay? I'm just gonna give it to Shanahan in this matchup. We talking about just this matchup because I do have to respect. I got a lot of respect for Mike McCarthy. He's a Pittsburgh guy.
I think most people would, though. If you had if you voted who's a better coach right now today,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would take Kyle Shanahan, for sure.
Maybe.
Just
But
forget about what Coach Mike
I
is
did not forget. I did not forget. And thank you for calling me out and putting me on the spot, James. I appreciate that.
I thought we was coming around the corner, man.
No, but that's why it is why I give the Niners the edge in this game, though. They've been sending the Cowboys home, so they have the mental edge in this game. But I also think this game just means more to the Cowboys, and I don't know how that's going to translate.
You think so?
How could it not? How could it not?
Yeah.
The Niners, think about it this way. We all are looking forward to this game. It's as close as you're going to get to a playoff game in Week 5 in the NFL probably ever.
But that's what's
There's so much leading up to this game. But the Niners won in the postseason twice. So if the Niners lose this game, maybe we won't think the Niners are as good as we think they are now. But the Cowboys are going to be you think Cowboys fans are talking about we them boys now. Nothing beat the Niners in San Francisco. You won't be able to tell them nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. We won't be able to hear the end of it until the postseason, of course, and then you know what happens then. But that, like for the rest of the season, we're going to hear about this. It means way more to the Cowboys than it does to the Niners.
James, when you talk about head coaches, don't you think what Shanahan has done as of late, as far as innovation, as far as time management, as far as roster creativity, as far as game plan creativity, as far as functionality between personnel groups, hasn't he postseason success? Literally, to me, in every aspect of coaching, Shanahan is a better coach. And also, Shanahan has had to replace his defensive coordinator not once, not twice, but 3 times, I believe, in the last 5 years. And the defense is still rocking from Saleh to DeMeco Ryans to Wilkes. Meanwhile, McCarthy was forced to replace his DC because he was terrible. Don't you think Shanahan has proven that right now, today, he's a better coach? And what he got out of his quarterback. Don't you think he's proven right now, today, he's a better coach than Mike McCarthy? I understand the Super Bowl. I'm not trying to disrespect you. But, like, can't you objectively, or talk to me, break it down.
I don't. And the reason why I say that is because I truly feel like people forget Mike came in there and changed that thing around. I truly people forget how many wins Coach Mike has as a regular season coach. He's number 3. He might be 2. He behind Andy Reid and another person. Or might be behind Andy Reid.
Harbaugh or something.
You know what I'm saying?
Or Belichick, right?
You know, I think Denver up there. I think Denver,
Sean Payton?
Yeah, I think Sean Payton's up there too with wins when you talk about active coaches.
Oh, got it.
Right? So I think it's Bill, Andy, and then it's either Mike is in there. Right? So I think we forget about that. Like, dude, he came over here in his back-to-back 12-win seasons, right? Like, has the Cowboys in the playoff. Cowboys won a playoff game last year. Like, Coach Mike wins. And I understand that Kyle Shanahan, the way he's designing this stuff up, everybody's praising the offense, and I would love to play in Kyle Shanahan's offense, right? But at the end of the day, Coach Mike wins too.
Yeah.
A lot.
Does he win better? You feel me? Like, he wins too. I won't take that away from him.
What do you mean by better? Like, by points, style points?
No, sir. What I mean by that is Kyle Shanahan took over a team and an organization that was in disarray. There was Chip Kelly and there was another individual who was hired for it, Jim Tomsula. Take over a team that's in disarray. He goes to the Super Bowl in 2019. Goes back to the goes back to the NFC Championship game again last year. Like, he wins at such a high clip. And Kyle Shanahan never has these moments. McCarthy has a lot of them.
Mike does have a couple head-scratching moments, but that's what I'm saying. I think people forget how great Coach Mike is. I got drafted by Coach Mike, right? The year before that, when Coach Mike got the job his first year, they won 5 games. My rookie year, we won 13.
That's good.
And was in the NFC Championship. That's
good.
Right? And after that, it was wins after wins after. I mean, we 14-2, 50. Like, Coach Mike wins.
I think it really is. It's splitting hairs.
He's 12. The last 2 seasons recently, he won 12 games.
They're not as far apart as people may think that they are. He does win, and I think how things ended in Green Bay probably soured a lot of people on McCarthy, right? Like that's
and how they started in Dallas.
Didn't
start great.
What's his record the last 2 years in Dallas? He went back-to-back 12 wins.
He's a great coach.
My question, when you break him down, like, I think the longevity, the resume, you got to go with McCarthy, right? Of course. When we talking about this today and last couple of years, it's got to be Kyle. For another reason, like, even the quarterbacks. I feel like every team that Mike has had, he's had a solid quarterback. There's just at least a franchise quarterback. Would you say that?
Yeah.
And I don't know teams that's just winning a lot of games without that. Since I've been playing football and watching it, you need a solid quarterback. Hold on, you need a solid quarterback to win games. When you look at Kyle Shanahan, I never thought Jimmy G was that good of a quarterback. That's why you always heard the whispers about he can win with anybody at quarterback. That's why you got Trey Lance. Like, all right, I don't think Trey Lance is that good, but it's Kyle Shanahan. But they probably gonna win.
He ain't won the big one with them though.
But I mean, I just think that if Kyle had a guy like Aaron Rodgers, he might have won a couple of championships.
I could
see what I'm saying?
I could be wrong right now, but the last segment, I think you guys are saying it's tough to erase that 6-24.
Yeah.
You got what I'm saying? Like, you remember that.
Yep.
So how are we forgetting what Mike has done? We cannot erase what Coach Mike has done when we talk about
2010,
coaching.
I almost got drafted there. Spent some time, though, bro.
But I'm saying he's still winning, though, Shady.
He is.
He's still winning.
But the trophy, he, like, dusting that thing off every other week.
It don't matter. Kyle ain't dusting none off.
Ooh.
So what we talking?
You got one deck,
he ain't
water.
dusting none. He dusted off an NFC Championship ring that he gave up a 28-3 lead. Ooh. So what we talking?
I get what you're saying, but
I feel what y'all saying, but
my
come
thing
on,
is,
man.
When you have a quarterback, and this is the NFL, elite. when you have that type of quarterback, first of all, in 2019 with the Chiefs, not with the Chiefs won the championship, we played the Niners. We couldn't believe they were even in the game looking at Jimmy G as a quarterback. That's their quarterback?
That's the one he wanted.
So whatever it is, there's a reason why they try to get him out of there. And then you see what he's doing now with the Raiders. I mean, that's who he is. So my thing is that then you take the last pick in the draft, right? He's balling.
But we gonna forget the dude he drafted though, huh?
Who?
No, I'm not forgetting that. I'm not forgetting that.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Like, he the
I
quarterback
wanna say,
whisperer. We're gonna forget that one. We're just gonna skip over that one.
Who has the edge in this matchup?
Coach Mike.
I'm just saying. They've been.
Oh, I thought you was asking me. Come on. I thought it was a question. My bad.
Oh, well, when we return, I got a couple more questions. There might not be any bigger weekend in college football.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.